I don't know how to share videos with somebody when they're not in public. And I keep telling people this whole channel is just to talk to my mom, and she won't answer her freaking phone. So she's busy all the time. So if you are not my mom and you keep watching my videos, please stop. If you want to watch me play poker for 2 hours, or you want to watch the poker table that I'm at and 2 hours of what is going on there, too bad. Just stop watching all my videos. Like, this channel is for my mom. And I don't know how to share videos with just my mom. And it's obviously not commercially, like, made or promoted because there is no money that goes into it. There's no formatting. Anyway, I'm making that black spaghetti that I got from Italy. I feel like Italy is somewhere where I just gotta go someday. Like, I've heard that France sucks, and there's that Paris hotel. But what's funny is that I went to New Orleans, like, and a big part of why I went to New Orleans was inspired by all the times that I've been to the New Orleans casino, or the Orleans. Whenever I say it's the New Orleans casino to people, they'll be like, it's not the New Orleans, it's the Orleans. And I'm like, okay, but it's the New Orleans casino. And then I went to Orleans one time, and I was like, oh, I go to the Orleans all the time. Let's go to New Orleans, and we'll see the real, actual New Orleans. And me and Liz and the baby went down there. And it's all over my Facebook, but, like, pictures of it. And I think, like, there was some, like, little videos, and I never used to really make videos, but made some videos of, like, there's a street performer there that's doing music, and the baby was, like, dancing to the music. That's, like, a video on my Facebook. But I just put all my videos on YouTube because, I don't know. I feel like Facebook might die someday, but Google's never gonna die. It's like an actual company that they have, like, real stuff going on. They're not just like one website. I guess they all are. Like, they're all kind of just one website. They're all gonna die one day. The whole internet's gonna die. The whole internet is going to shut down, die, and where I get that evidence of that is that when you go to a country like Dubai or any country that is what's the name of that? Oh man, these noodles, they didn't like pop with flavor. When I opened these mushrooms, the porcini mushrooms, they freaking lit the whole room up with like stinky mushrooms. And I'm just cooking with the spaghetti because the spaghetti's not completely done. I mean, it's like a little kind, but the mushrooms. I don't think the mushrooms need to be like totally cooked through. And when I tried the spaghetti, I was kind of like not overwhelmed by it. Like, and that's what I like is like a lot of overwhelming flavor. Bam! I like that the hot sauce that, or like the spicy food that like makes you cry when you eat. That's the kind of stuff I like. I don't want it to be like, you know, tame. I don't like tame. Like, there's this girl that I went out with, and she like made something, and it was like just so tame. I think she literally like pulled a like a pre-made lasagna thing out of the freezer, stuck it in the oven, and was like, "Here you go." And I was like, not impressed. I was like, "Are you gonna put like hot sauce on it, or are you gonna like?" He's like, "No, it's made like that. It's like lasagna made, you know, in a freezer." And I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck do I do with this?" She was one of those girls too that just thought that she was the shit. Like, she was like, "I'm a redhead and everyone wants to fuck me. Lucky you." that girl, she thinks that my video was about her, because she's in it. But the thing is that my video is about me. The whole channel is about me. And it's all about me talking to my mom, not to however many people watch the channel. So what makes it commercial would be if I were to make money. Or if possibly if it was like made with the intention of making. But since the whole channel is about me talking to my mom without having to call her, and my mom commenting on the video without having to call me. So it's basically all for personal use. And then whoever else watches it is intruding on my life. That makes the claim untrue. Because there's no money to be made. There's no draw towards money. It's not a commercial business. It's like phone calls between me and my mom. And then she comments back to the video where she like texts me telling me what she thinks about what I'm talking about. And I'm like talking to her through my phone. And if I didn't use the YouTube Live, then I would have to be texting my mom all this stuff. And that takes a lot of time. It's like constantly texting my mom. So here's the spaghetti I made with the black ink from squid spaghetti that I'm not thrilled over. It's like, I think black ink from a squid is just like, doesn't have a lot of flavor. And that's why I put the mushrooms in there. And the mushrooms are like overwhelming. On the smell. When you eat them, they're like, you can definitely taste them. They have more taste than like, let's say, a white cap or like a more taste than like regular snowball, but there's nothing like jumping out about them. Anyway, my aunt, Aunt Kramer, or mean Aunt Lynn Kramer, she went to Italy and France and said that they both suck. She said Italy is like just out there to rob the whole rest of Europe. They're like, everybody out there is like extremely poor, and it's because they're all thieves. It's like everybody's just trying to rob everybody. And she got on a train and there was like no seats because somebody stole all the seats. And so everybody was just like sitting there on like an empty train, no seats. Like somebody needed, to harvest the seats for their like plastic or whatever. So somewhere there's a guy that's got like probably a couple $1,000 in Italy because he stole a bunch of seats out of the train. And which would be enough if like the whole world off, because something like a train, like that's all really like services the whole everybody that gets on a train. Like everybody gets on a train needs seats. So like to steal the seats, that's pretty dirty. In defense of the guy that stole the seats out of the train, I mean, maybe it wasn't even that the seats were stolen. Maybe she just didn't know that they didn't have seats on the train. Or maybe like the train seats were all damaged and they needed to be removed. So the seats were removed at one time. And they had to get put back, but they had to put the train back in service. Right? So there are ways to think of why there wouldn't be seats on the Italian train. And I mean, that would be a good one, but maybe somebody stole it. Maybe they really needed the money. Maybe there's not a lot of jobs in Italy, which, like, I mean, I can see that. There's no jobs in frickin' Vegas. Maybe it wouldn't be a great place to live or to go because everybody's so poor. There's enough people out there that are just thieves. Or, who knows? Maybe she just got the wrong idea. I was really trying to like do this spaghetti without having to put a lot of like stuff in it and get the whole flavor. But it just has no flavor. The other one that has saffron in it, that's like $14 instead of 13 or whatever. I might go with that next time because saffron does have flavor, but I have some at my house, so I might just put saffron in the spaghetti. So I got a bottle of saffron like years ago. Haven't gone through it. The other trick I do is I'll try to save food in like a jar, like a um, spaghetti sauce jar. And they're like the same ones used for canning. I don't know, like maybe they can the spaghetti sauce in the can. That's why they're in there. Then I'll reuse the can for like the water that I made the spaghetti in. Canned. That'll probably be my breakfast. I've been hungry all day. Like, I was eating like this whole thing of spaghetti. One is it's only 8 ounces. The dry spaghetti, it's only 8 ounces. I thought that they're usually a pound. Yeah, the box is less than 1,000 calories. That'd be really funny if my casino stalker girl, Emily Margot, final tape. So she was like in the final 2 or 3 games. And those paid like 10. She made it that far. She didn't make final tape. And then probably like first place got like 200K. But it was one of those tournaments. Like, she wouldn't shut the fuck up about it. Hey, she wouldn't shut the fuck about it. The fuck up about it anywhere. You thought that she fucking got married. You thought that she got married to like Brad Pitt. Like, oh my god, I just married Brad Pitt. Like, that's how much she wouldn't shut the fuck up about it. Brad Pitt fucked the shit out of my brains. Then it would be understandable, the level of not shutting the fuck up. But anyway, and that's not even why I made a video. It's just why it makes it like kind of retarded. It literally is a daily habit. Like I just daily make videos, and then for her to text me and act like she is the casino. Like she has an authority. Like she's like, oh, she didn't say I, she said, like, love the MGM. Like, we are going to restrict you from MGM, whatever, like all official. And my mom was like, is that even the MGM? And I called it, and it was her on the phone. And I was like, what the fuck? What are you fucking, like, texting me for? Then her boyfriend called me back. And I was like, what the fuck are you even texting me for? Like, why are you calling me? He was like, I don't know, click. But what's funny about poker is it's so antisocial that it wouldn't surprise anybody if everything involving the game, everybody like who plays it, you know, like at any sort of level, they're all autistic. And it seems like autistic behavior, like, to call somebody like that and make all of this, like, stink. It's like we're a bunch of big autistic adults all get together and basically try to fucking kill each other. They all think they're going to win $1 million. That's the funniest thing about it. And the casinos just standing there like making fucking money off of it. Yeah, my mom slash aspirational lawyer said that if you look at Nevada law, it's got to do with like using somebody's image as promotion for your commercial YouTube channel. But the words that they use are do not need like specific like images. But you'd have to think, so like, there was a few videos that I made with Daniel McGraw, but he also put me in his video. So, could Daniel Negreanu sue me? Or can I sue Daniel Negreanu for taking videos of each other? And I think the answer would be no. Because we're both, like, consensually taking videos of each other. Now, the question would be, what about Emma, whatever? What about this girl, Emma/Sprinkles? What would there be to say about Sprinkles? Well, again, I think it's the same defense, is that we are both playing in a sport or game that revolves around, the same atmosphere where, for one, we are constantly on camera. And she's trying to say my place of employment is part of her complaint. But as that place of employment, the dealers are constantly under camera. They're under camera, they're videotaped, happens all day long. She had just been bragging about being on camera videotaped for World Series. So she's like, I think what it is, with her specifically, and if her lawyer comes after me and takes me to fucking jail for whatever, and one thing is that what damages is she going to sue for? But that's part of it, is there are no damages because she is a celebrity. And she has another celebrity. She has this quotations from another celebrity that says, "Oh, I don't fucking like that Sean guy either. I think that he was saying something about me on Twitter, or whatever." I feel like I should put that up. I feel like that's like part of this case, and it needs to be put up and publicized. Because I think the more that I publicize everything at one time, like, that's just the way I feel. I feel like that's the right way, and that all goes back to, like, the reason why I started writing all of these books that I have on Amazon is the priest told me in confession, said, if you want to be like redeemed and forgiven for your sins, I need more detail. And if I'd have just went in there, and what I told him, he was like, I need to know, like, what are you here to confess? Or what do you need, like, redemption for? And what I told him was I was sleeping with somebody who's not my wife. The way that he took that, I think that he drew his own picture of that I had a wife. So, like, now in his head, I have a wife, and I'm like sleeping with like a prostitute, or I'm sleeping with like my office girl, and what I was referring to is that this girl who, like, we basically have been married. Like, we're pretty much married. Like, we just never went and legally got married. Because it just didn't seem like fucking had to. And we were together for like 15 years, 14 years. So I was with the same girl for 14 years. We got a kid, we lived together. And I was just saying, like, that I never got married to that girl. Like, we just never ended up officially getting married, even though we're like, what's that called? In a lot of places, you're basically married if you had a kid together, or if you live together. Like, the minute that you live together, you're like legally married, or common law. So we're like common law married. Everybody knew we were together, whatever. And I was referring to that relationship. The priest said I need more details. I thought he wanted me to be like, oh man, I fucking, my wife was on a business trip. And so I took the secretary home and I just fucking plowed right on my wife's makeup thing, like what are those things, the makeup dresser thing. But I just took this girl home and just plowed her brains out with makeup dresser thing, and then we like had her like get ready and use all my wife's makeup, and she got ready, and then we went to dinner at the steakhouse that I usually go dinner with my wife with every Saturday night. But I just took the secretary down there this weekend, and then I fucked her brains out in my wife's car again, and then whatever, you know, and it was like, you know, squishing all over the place. And the priest wants to hear about all the squishing. And that's how I took it. When the priest said that, I was like, is that what you want to hear? Like, what the fuck does he want to hear? And that's not even what happened. But I just thought that what he meant was, you gotta come out and just put everything on blast that you did. Which, it really makes sense, because a lot of people, they live in the shadows. And
I almost think like if you have to live in the shadows, it's because you're living in sin, right? So if you don't want to live a sin, what would be the easiest thing to do? Well, you can publicize everything that you do and like blow yourself up. Like you could just uh, walk around with the camera out, blowing yourself over YouTube Live, saving every video. Uh, and I mean, really, if that adds up to they're kicking out of MGM, I don't really give a fuck anymore. Like, I don't really think that I'm going to come back to Vegas. I mean, I'm not going to impress anybody with the amount that I lost. Like, I basically lost double VIG. If I counted against VIG, my profitable years compared to the amount of time that went into poker, I usually make about VIG. Like, so I pay the VIG, and then I make VIG. So I'm making like the $15 an hour. That on top of that I'm paying. But then this year I'm losing that much. So is that enough to impress anybody that I lost like $60K in a year? I think there's a lot of people that lost a lot more. And like Negranu told me in person on video, World Series, on his channel, he said, oh, you just win one of these fucking things and you win it all back. And I was like, yeah. I mean, I've won $50K in a day before. It's not like a huge amount of gambling. And that's what is so sick about gambling, is that there really isn't a number. There's not a number that can close to the game for you. Like, when I'm up 20K, I go and play a 20K game. It doesn't matter what the number is. You can always gamble. And you can always win more. And you can always lose more. But in the gambling world, 50 or 60K it's the VIG. It's a year's VIG. Anyway, that's when I'm down in 6 months. I'm down like a little more than the VIG, like double VIG. And it's not enough to make anybody, go crazy. But I feel like if me sitting at a poker table is enough to get me kicked out of MGM forever, with that video be something that I would regret? I think not really. Because one thing is, the only MGM property that I can really name is the ones around here in Vegas. And I've been here for 6 months, and I have just seen no action. I've seen no, like, the job market is fucking whack. I feel like when I join the union, if I join the union here, like, it would get me union tickets or union points. But I've been in like 4 unions. The unions aren't an answer. It doesn't answer my problem if I have no job. Because I joined the union, the end. Like, I'm just gonna get kicked out of those unions. I'm gonna have a union in Vegas that I got kicked out of. I'm gonna come out here, like, I already see the end of the story. Come out to Vegas, I'm in the union, I get barely any fucking work, I'm losing money at the casino, get kicked out of the fucking union, move away, go somewhere else. That's the whole story. It's over and over and over. And then another thing is I can't even live here because my driving record's all fucked up. They won't give me a driver's license. And then they're gonna take my fucking truck. They're gonna say, do you fucking live here? Because your truck says that you don't. And you're supposed to pay a Nevada tax on your truck to live here. And I'm gonna say, what? What do I say that? I got a fucking Arkansas driver's license. Why don't you have a Nevada driver's license? You don't live here? We're gonna impound your truck and give you a $1,000 fine for not having Nevada insurance. I mean, all of these terrorists can all just be piling on me at one time. Making no money. I got no fucking job. Living in the casino. Clear out in fucking Vegas. Fucking bugs in my apartment. You know, all that shit. All hit at one time. Oh, and that's like what really hits me about trying to get a job in Vegas is clearly they don't need me. Like, if they don't need me, then fucking what am I doing here? You know? I don't want to be somewhere where I just want to be there, like, where I just, you know, do so much, like, if they don't need me here, why the fuck would I be here? And that's the whole point of why they're, like, they pay more, right? Like, do they pay more money? Like, maybe. But then what happens if I gamble it? And then I'm really gonna fucking matter because it's all gambled away. And there's somebody here. That's why it's so hard to get a job. In a place where it's hard to get a job, here. That's because there's more supply than there is demand, right? So there's more people that want to get the job than there is, like, casinos being built. There's more people that want to build a casino than there is people that want to do it, or people that want to pay for it. So I'm really fighting with the whole labor market for the same job. And that's kind of like, at the bottom line, it's a fucking sin, you know? like I'm doing wrong. Like there's, and I've said this before about the guy that I'm competing with for this job, and the one that they sound like that's who they want to hire. Like I never think, oh, you know who they want to hire to do these construction jobs? A guy who's like almost fucking 40, who owns his own company, and he could be out building a house somewhere, like just building his own houses from the ground up and just doing the whole job himself. And saying like, fuck everybody, I'm just gonna build a fucking house from the ground up. I'm gonna wake up when I want. I'm gonna fucking build a house all day, you know, as much as I want. I'm gonna have all these fucking, you know, appointments and be like, and this is how I typically live, like in Little Rock. You get all these like massage appointments, pick my fucking kid up from school every day. It's just the chillest fucking life. Like, I'm gonna look back at right now and say it was the chillest fucking life. I was like fighting with other celebrities. I'm like a poker celebrity, fighting with other fucking poker celebrities. They're trying to say that I'm like damaging them by fucking putting them on a video. I'm like, you're a fucking celebrity. Anybody can do anything they want to. They can make fun of you. They can slander you. Right? She fucking said on the internet that I'm some kind of a pedophile. Like, what? I'm a pedophile because I fucking took a picture of you and you're 30? What the fuck? Dude, that doesn't make any sense. And then their whole argument was like, that they were like sending my mom. Like, now they bring my mom into this. And now they're like stalking my mom. And then they're trying to like hack into my fucking like other website accounts and shit and getting all this shit like, oh, your access code and shit. Like they're putting like forgot password on, like what are they trying to like hack into my Facebook or something? But, a bunch of fucking autistic wackos. What the fuck? Anyway. I wanted to read this book and then I just got talking to the phone. Gotta turn it off. I don't know why it's gotta go off. The alarm is not gonna go off. It's my YouTube channel. But I mean, it seems stressful, like having people kind of like attack me emotionally, or like mentally, whatever. They're attacking me. They're like, and what's funny is that I've had so many people tell me that they're going to sue me, and I don't think I've been sued yet. So they want to be the ones that started the poker celebrity lawsuit of the century, where all of these, like, what are they called, B grade or D grade poker celebrities, like the people of Vegas that play poker on a celebrity level, the low celebrity. Aspiring celebrity poker players. The millennial edition. They're all fucking yelling at each other on Facebook. They're all like starting fucking like bullshit threats of lawsuits or whatever. Whatever, I'm just living it. Just recording it, recording back to documentary of what really happened in the 2020s. I like to compare my books and my YouTube stuff to there was that one girl, the Jew girl, like massacred in her attic. She wrote a diary. And I can never remember what that girl was called. But you gotta read her book in school. It's like Diary of a Girl or something like that. Is her name Emma? But anyway, like the Jew in the attic or something like that. I don't remember what it was. But that book, it's like, you know, everybody has to read in school, everything else. And it was written by like a 10-year-old girl, Jew in Germany. And it's like probably one of the biggest books of all time, from some decade. And when I compare my writing and video documentaries to, is not that girl, but all of the other Jews that were murdered, massacred in World War II, who wrote books, documentaries, poems, like just historical accounts of all kinds of stuff. There was all of this writing going on. Like there was no internet back then. Everybody just wrote stuff like in a book, you know, like in a paper diary. And a lot of it wasn't even publicized or reprinted. But a lot of it was. And there are books just of collections of like the writings of other Jews that were fucking getting hauled off and killed somewhere. Germany. And that's what I compare my writing to, is all those people who really didn't get like famous or anything else. And what's funny is the girl in the attic, the diary girl, whatever her book, her name was, even though she went down in history as like the most famous thing ever, like just going down in history, that girl, she didn't even get anything except for it being in history. Like all the other ones, they didn't even really make history. I think there's going to be a lot of that, really, content. Like the content machine people. Like, I think they might, make history as being like some funny people or whatever. I think it's called content machine. We see them all the time on Facebook or whatever. And I think there's a lot of people that are just like not that funny, or just not that dramatic, or just not gonna make the cut and make like famous history. They're not gonna be like the girl in the attic got her fucking brain blown out after she wrote this diary. And the diary just turned into the biggest fucking book ever. I think there's going to be a lot of people like that. And I think it's going to be about there. Like, where wasn't that good? Like, you see the videos from late night poker still come up on the internet or whatever, like back in the 90s. They're playing in the Bellagio poker room that has one poker table in it. And it's like the Granu and what's that guy's name? Henderson and Will Brunson, frickin' Johnny Chan are sitting there. And then like some billionaire, and they're sitting there like playing five-handed, like low ball, and you still see those videos, come up. But I don't think I'm ever gonna make that cut. I'm gonna be talking to my mom. Video, and the viewers are going to be my mom, and apparently this girl who fucking thinks that she's gonna like sue me, and all of her lawyers. I hope she has a team of 55 lawyers. So there's going to be 55 lawyers, and they're all watching her videos, trying to make a case. They'd have to watch all of them. They were watching back like shoveling snow in the house, and they were watching that video, like making a barbecue like 3 years ago, and I hope they enjoy it. I hope the 55 lawyers who watched this video, I hope that they all die alone and in excruciating pain. I got my kid talking to me on the phone, and that's like bothering me. Too. Face. And like, basically just talking to me on the phone. Texting me. And I'm trying to keep a conversation going. Like, I really am. But he just doesn't like me. And I keep telling him, like, you can come over, like, it's just you versus yourself, kind of thing. Especially, he's like 15 now. I'm surprised he's not 16. Maybe 16, because I'm 36. I had him when I was 20. He's gotta be 16. And he fucking lied to you. That's what were you, 15 right now? He's fucking 16. A little liar. Anyway, this lying ass kid. I told him to come over. Come over, come over. He's like, yeah. I'm like, come over. We'll get you a job. You know, we'll get you all set up. We'll get you going into the military. Have you come over, and then we're gonna stick you in the military. And then you're gonna. I told him you're gonna love the military. You're gonna get so many fucking girls. I know he's into girls because he's always. Whenever he comes over to my house, and he goes, you, like, threw all of my shit out the window of the house, and, I was, like, screaming and crying, and whatever, and I was like, dude, you went on the baby's laptop and were watching porn, and I took your laptop away, and he said that I was breaking stuff. I'm like, I took the laptop away, and you just started smashing shit all over the place. Like, we had like this little guitar, he just smashed it. It was like the piano, he's like just smashing on the piano, like he's trying to break the piano. The piano's already not in good shape, so. But he's like just trying to break shit. Like, I'm gonna break everything now. And I'm like, dude, you're watching fucking porn on the baby's laptop. He's like, I didn't even discover porn until like last year. I'm like, and I'm just thinking like, whatever. Like, maybe it wasn't really porn because it was like just pictures of like bikini girls or something. But it was like something. I mean, he's whacking off. And, you know, it's like either bikini girls. I don't know if it was even naked girls. It could have just been pictures of bikini girls or something. But he's getting some kind of, you know, basically porn. And I don't remember exactly what the content was like. If it was bikini girls, if it was like just girls, like, you know, that were like 18 or 20, like, and then he's like, oh, you're all trying to get some 20-year-old girls or something. Oh, Well, and I'm like, why are you attacking me? Anyway, kid got a fucking bad attitude. He always did. He's like, I liked when I lived at your house and you were just whatever. I'm like, what the fuck, let me right back in. Like, but then you turned into a monster. I'm like, no, I did. Anyway, he's under the spell of my dad, and my dad wants him to believe that I'm a terrible person. And it's all like because that's what my dad thinks is fun. Thinks like causing any kind of torment to anybody is fun. Anyway, got all this going on.